Hey guys, it's Dr. Emer. It's late night in West Hollywood. We're still here because we're doing some filler today. She's beautiful. We don't need to do a lot, but we're having some fun with fillers because we want to show everybody that subtle improvements using fillers can give such an enhanced look that if done right, even at a young age, can look really good. So all we're going to do is facial balancing today. We have one of our patients today. She has a nice cheekbone, a little bit of a mid facial break that we're going to improve, some softening around her mouth, balancing your chin and jawline, and just lifting the brow. All my women nowadays come in, you're going to feel a little pinchy at the temple, asking for this cat eye look, this little elevated, a little more horizontally lifted brow. And by injecting filler into this deep temple here, we can get a nice lift actually, and we're using Voluma to do that. I'm right here on the bone, going nice and slow, and this is hurt at all?
No, not at all.
Just very minimal. We're in a very safe plane, very deep. Perfect. We're going to do another little injection, just hold right there, and go all the way down here. We're going to give a little bit more support into the brow area and temple. I'm just going to do half a syringe. Perfect. Hold right there. I'm going to switch with you.
Oh.
And the worst that people would typically feel is a little bit of pain the next day when they chew. But you see this little hollowing right through here, this little area. So our focus is we're going to get a nice little lifting effect from that horizontal lifting of the brow. And again, in a really safe area, I got my finger on the artery. But also, I'm going to come into that deeper plane, go all the way down to that deep end of the swimming pool, and get a little more lift there. And Voluma is going to last a lot longer than the traditional Juvederm, and it's going to give us a little more support into that area. So that little bit is going to give us a nice elevation. Now I also want to enhance the OG curve, which is this area here, by doing a little bit of cheek filler. So her face is a little bit more angled and a little lower, so we don't want to go crazy with what we do for the mid face, but drawing a line down from the lateral canthus, which is the edge of the eye, and a little line from across to the nose is our apple of the cheek. And then we're just going to come right up along the bone, and we'll decide how chiseled do we really want it to be. Let's see how much this pops with half a syringe, and then we'll go from there. Typically, most women, like my sister, for example, loves popping chin. All she talks about is all celebrity cheek areas. She likes a full syringe. Some girls like a little less. Just depends on what they're looking to achieve. I'm going to do about 3/4 of a syringe here and take a look at the elevation that we've gotten. And then we're going to move right above the apple and give a transitional support right onto the bone. We're going to go up again, right above, a little bit above the apple. Again, transitional support. This is what's going to blend her cheek and give it a really nice improvement. Hold on. Good. Okay, hold here for her.
We're saying hello.
Who's saying hello? It's okay.
Medi Music.
Now, who?
Medi Music.
We like you. Maddie's music? That's hilarious. So again, drawing our lines, if we were to draw that out, the apple of the cheek would be right about here. And that's a nice area to give us the lifting that we want. Very little bits, going nice and slow. The needle here is a little bit bigger than the other needles we've been using today. So there may be a little bit more bleeding than what we've seen. But we'll go nice and slow. Okay, again, following our way back on the cheekbone.
They say they love your work in New York.
We're there soon, you guys. Come see us.
How soon?
We'll be there October 17th through the 21st. We can do virtual consults now and plan. I think we're already almost filled. You guys definitely need to hurry it up. We would love to see you. We love our New Yorkers. I did my training there, you guys know. And so it's like going back to my roots. Equinox, Upper East Side. Get to go to Sable's Deli. You guys know all the good things over there in New York. So let me see. Oh my God, that looks really good. So let me point something out to our viewers and for teaching purposes. So for her, the traditional angle will not work. It actually needs to be more of like a smile. We need to give it a little more lift this way, which is somewhere in between a feminine and a masculine look, because her chin and the way her face is shaped with her jawline, it gives a much more subtle improvement. It's actually better that way. Now, to balance out that without giving her too much masculine look, we still want it to be soft, turn a little bit. We're just gonna enhance slightly her jawline, her angle. And here, because I want a little softer of a look, but I still want the structure, I'm gonna do velour.
Do you ever visit Texas?
Well, yes, I'm going to Dallas in next month, but not to see patients, just for teaching.
They love you in Iran.
Oh, I hope we go to Iran. I'd love to be there.
Roger says hello.
Hi. Okay, perfect. So we just want to give a little definition there. Hold right here for her. And then you guys will see this in a second. I'll show you. This is just doing half a syringe to give it just a little bit of an improvement there, because I want to balance how high we elevated the cheek. She already has a nice jaw. What I want to do is I want to pull this back. So I really want to get this to kind of just go back a little bit so it gets a nice definition. You guys remember I started when I was in New York with my HIV patients who all let me do anything I wanted to get them really good results, and that's how we got into this full facial shaping, because we really did a lot of fun tweaks then.
Sahira Jesh says hello.
Hey. Now you gotta say, hi guys.
Now, what do you prefer for the eye puffiness?
Well, we were just talking about that before. I like both velour and Volbella. Okay, got that's done. Okay, let me see. Very good. Very good. Now, we have a 25 gauge cannula. Okay, so now we're gonna do something fun, a little bit different. This is gonna be slender, sort of slenderization, elongation of the jaw. On her chin, it's perfect projection, but there's a little deficiency in the middle there. So, in the lateral portion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just use a cannula to go deep for deep support. Turn a little this way. In this triangle right here, we're gonna focus on a little pinch, 1, 2, 3, it's gonna feel weird. Giving her that tightening effect along her chin. So we're gonna use the velour just to get a nice sort of blending. Okay, you guys can see cannula's right there, right along where the chin is. Okay, not doing a ton. And then we're gonna go to lower cutaneous lip, which is right here above the chin, and blend, blend, blend. Again, blend, blend, blend. I want her chin to pop and look very model-like. Turn this way. And go right up to the corner by the mouth, right here where there's a little deficiency. If you pinch in, you can see. So we're just going to give a little volume there, right there. And again, lateral, deep down to the chin, just a very small bit. Perfect. Okay, now I'll go to the other side.
Red Boy says perfection. Can we say flawless? He's from New York.
Oh, we love flawless.
Tell all your friends.
So now if you see, look at this one side versus right here. That little bit blends the heaviness of her cheek into the softness of her chin. Turn a little this way. Great. Hold still. Turn a little bit more towards me. There, right there. Hold on. Okay. Same thing, weird feeling. Right down to the chin. A little bit of softening.
Manny Diamond loves Jason's work.
Oh, love you. Thank you. And again, we're just blending. This is like paint brushing. This is creating structure and softness and blending. She doesn't need any of this, but you'll see when she's done, it's like getting makeup done. It looks perfect. Like she just, everything pop. It just makes the features pop.
Ania wants to know what you're doing to the face.
Right now I'm sculpting, guys. I'm an ice sculptor at work right here. Using my fillers, my Juvederm fillers.
One in Miami says he's the best.
Ah, we love you, Juan. When are you visiting, by the way? You're supposed to be here very soon. Okay, so let me take a look. Oh yeah, that's very good.
Now, what
So
happens
now-
if it's uneven? Do you offer complimentary redos, or how does that
Well,
work?
I mean, here's the thing about unevenness. What do you mean by uneven? Because sometimes people need much more filler than they actually do, and you never really fully filled. So it may not be that it's uneven, it may be that more filler was needed and we need to do touch-ups, we need to do more. So if something's wrong, obviously we fix or reverse, but if something needs building, that's very different. And I will say that most of the patients need more than they think. Because right now I've done, what, 4 or 5 syringes? How many have I done? 6 syringes? And she's a young girl. How many? 6 syringes. So she's a young girl. You wouldn't think that it's needed. Nothing's needed. We're just blending in a lot of areas. So right now I'm actually doing a little bit to her fold, just to get some softening there. I don't want to do anything too aggressive, just a half a syringe, nothing crazy. Good, and that will blend now the cheeks that we did. Danielle, come take a look from afar. What do you think?
I love it.
So a little softening on the lateral part of the chin. Now did cheek, temple, jawline.